Hey everyone, Justin Conroy Financial Dad here, and today I want to go over the top 3 reasons that you need a credit card. This will be a relatively short video, so do me a big favor and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's get this started. Now, the first reason you need a credit card is for fraud protection. This is in comparison to debit cards, and most people don't know that credit cards and debit cards are actually governed by 2 separate laws. Debit cards are governed by the Electronic Fund Transfer Act, and credit cards are governed by the Fair Credit Billing Act. Now, both of these sets of laws are going to define what sort of liability you have if something bad happens to your card and you end up having fraudulent charges. So whether or not you lose the card or the number gets in the hands of some sort of hacker, regardless, if you have these issues, these laws are going to tell you how much liability you have. Credit cards are arguably way better in this case than debit cards. With debit cards under the Electronic Fund Transfer Act, if your card is lost or stolen and you report within 2 business days, you're only liable for $50. Between 3 and 59 days, you're liable for up to $500. And after 60 days, your liability is basically unlimited. Now, what I'm really saying here with that unlimited liability is that if someone steals your card and charges a whole bunch of money, let's say thousands of dollars, to your debit card, and you don't notice for 60 days for some reason, and you have issues reporting it, whatever the case may be, you could be liable to pay whatever they charged to your card. When it comes to fraud protection using debit cards, the other big one here is that when you use a debit card, anytime someone fraudulently charges your card, they're actually just drawing money directly from your bank account. So the money comes directly out of your bank account and you can't really do anything about that. With credit cards, it's completely different. They charge the card, it goes onto your bill, you have a bunch of time to worry about it, and it's something that you really don't have to worry about in general. Speaking of credit cards, again, they're governed by the Fair Credit Billing Act, which has a maximum liability of $50. So if a transaction hits your bill and you go through the process of disputing the charges and letting them know that the card was stolen or something happened, and the hacker or whoever it was ended up charging thousands of dollars to the card, the credit card company will handle it, and it's not anything you have to worry about. You might have to pay up to $50 per the law, but most credit card companies won't charge you anything. Personally, I've had this happen a couple of times. Credit card gets stolen, bunch of fraudulent charges, call them up, say, hey, it's been stolen, got some issues, send me a new number, new card, and all the charges go away and they resolve it. It's really a piece of cake. There's some people out there that will say that fraud protection on debit cards and credit cards is the same and it's easy and don't worry about it because debit cards are basically equal to credit cards, but the law says otherwise. Unlimited liability for debit cards is a big no-no for me. I don't want anything to do with that. I want to keep my money separate from what's being charged, and the only way to really do that is to have a credit card, and it's just all around better in my opinion. Coming in at a close number 2 to the fraud protection is the impact that a credit card can have on your credit score. For those of you that don't know, your credit score is calculated based on your payment history, your credit utilization, the length of your credit history, your credit mix, and your new credit inquiries. Now, a credit card can't really help in all 5 of these categories, but it will help in 4 of them. For payment history, the credit bureaus look to see if you're paying your bills on time. So if you have a credit card and you are using it on a monthly basis and you're paying it off like you should, like you need to be able to get these benefits in the first place, it will look good on your credit score and it will actually make your credit score go much higher. For credit utilization, a credit card can help you because the higher a credit limit you have, the more credit you can actually use per month, and as long as you keep your credit utilization below 10%, that's the amount of credit that you're using versus the amount of credit you have available. If you keep that number below 10%, that looks really good for the credit bureaus and your credit score will increase. For length of credit history, this is a pretty easy one, but if you get a credit card and keep it for a really long time, many years, many decades even, the longer that credit card exists on your account and the longer you hold the account, that looks good for your credit score and your credit score increases. Finally, the credit mix. This is just a metric the credit bureaus use to see if you can handle different types of credit. So having a credit card is just one more type of credit that you may not already have on your credit report. So if you have things like a mortgage, a car payment, a credit card, and maybe something else, an installment loan on furniture, that is going to look pretty good for your credit score. So a credit card can actually help you increase your credit score tremendously, which can save you tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime on large purchases that you make, like your home or cars. Third reason you need a credit card is for the sign-up bonuses and the rewards. This is a huge perk of having credit cards that you just don't get with debit cards. There's a few out there that started doing little minor, tiny cashback bonuses, but they just don't even come close to what you can actually get with credit cards. So first we have sign-up bonuses. These can come in lots of forms, but typically you're talking about a 0% APR period up front, usually 12 months up to 18 months in some cases. Bonus points, bonus cashback. Some cards will pay your first bill for you, free flights, free hotels, you name it. There's all sorts of perks you can get out there with sign-up bonuses. It really depends on what type of card you're going for and what would best suit you, but check them out. They're definitely cool to look at. Then there's the rewards. Again, this is pretty custom depending on what kind of card you have, but you can get everything from cashback to card points to hotel points to airline points, gas points, etc. You name it. If there's something out there that you want to get points for, you can probably get points for it. You just need to look in the right places. But keep in mind that all of these benefits of credit cards really only matter if you use them properly. And to use them properly, you need to understand them. So do this. Click on the video on the screen right now, because in that video, I talk about a lot of stuff, including how credit card interest is calculated, how the fees work, and more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.